Come along, children. Now we're going to have a little music, like old time.
Yeah, I want it, and they need it. I stay on it, it's no secret.
Hi, Louis Cahill from Gink and Gasoline, and I'm here at IFTD 2017 in the RIO booth with my good friend Simon Gawesworth. Simon, good to see you.
So good to see you, mate. Always,
awesome.
always
Yeah,
is.
man. You got some really cool lines coming out this year. One I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah, the saltwater one.
This,
The new direct core salt.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can we have a look at it?
We sure can. It's a new technology, so it's a new core technology, and that's what the buzz is about. What a lot of people, I've heard it walking around the show. All the correspondence and words are about this line. It's a monocore, which is very important for saltwater, tropicals, because you want a stiff line, so that it performs well. It's a low stretch mono, which is something we've been trying to get for a long time, because you want to get rid of the stretch on the line to strip set a hook, fight a tarpon. I mean, you kill a fish so much faster landing it like that. I know you can kill dead, but land it so much faster that way, because you are not stretching your fly line all the time. So it's a low stretch monocore line. It's available in a floating line in two colors. We have a nice bright color like this, which is pretty cool. I like it because I like to see my line in the air.
I do too, man.
I want that visual. You have a camo line if you don't want to see your line in the air. Or you don't want the guide to see the line in the air, or you don't want the fish to see the line. That's the theory behind it. So there's two color versions. And then there's the stealth tip one, which has got this little 6 foot clear tip. And this is the one that I have enjoyed the most fishing and testing.
This is what I'm fired up about.
You know, stealth tip?
Yep. And the fact that it's a short, it's a 6 foot tip, so you can still see the head of the line, you can still be aware of where your fly is, whether you're tight to your fly and how you're fishing, but the fish gets 6 more feet of invisible line.
Totally. So that's where we've been in the testing. This has been our favorite line right across the board of Rio. All our testing. We fish a shorter leader as well, so it can turn over a fly if there's a bit of a wind around, because you've got 6 foot of clear on the end.
Absolutely brilliant.
What's cool about it, I'll show you that if you've got a quick second.
Yeah, sure.
Is the annealing test, the stretching test. So what everyone else really has been impressed about is how easy it is to pull the memory out of this line. So when you pull it off, because it's a cooler environment in this air conditioning room, you've got these coils, right? But if you lock it, you give it about a 2 pound pull.
Look at that.
Straight
as an arrow.
And it lies so straight on the water. You got direct contact to the fish, which is why we call it the direct.
And when you're stacking it on the deck, so that you don't get tangles coming off, and perfect. So your shot comes off clean.
So that's our total flagship product for next year. This is our big launch.
Awesome.
We've got a lot of fringe products, or a few fringe products, but this is our big story for next year, mostly based on that core technology.
Right. And the taper on this line is more of a true weight.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a 2 or 3 line oversized. I can't recall the exact details off the top of my head, but I think it's a half a line size heavy, so it's just a little bumped up on that one. It's got a lovely handling section which lengthens out the head, which me as a caster, you as a caster, anyone who's a good caster likes that, because you can handle a bit more line out there.
That long rear taper that keeps the loop stable in the air.
It keeps the loop stable, exactly. And you lay your line down and you can pick up 60 feet of line or 50 feet of line, because the fish has changed direction. You don't have to strip your head all the way back. So it's got that long handling section. So it's just a good all-round line. We don't pigeonhole it for bonefish or tarpon. I think it's just an all-round flats line. Hence
absolutely. And that's got everything I look for in a saltwater line. So I'm excited about that.
And you can get it from 6 to 12. So it covers a lot of sizes, except the stealth tip. The stealth tip starts at an 8.
And when is this available?
This was all going to be officially September 1st in fly shops. So fly shops can order it, or I believe August 1st, but I think it'll be in shop September 1st.
Excellent, beautiful. And you've got some stuff for the Spey casters too, right?
Yeah. The Scandi 3D is a 3 density head. So we have this line's been out for about 3 years in the UK, in Scandinavia. Over there, for the Atlantic salmon angler, fishing these 3 density heads all the time. And we just get more and more requests. People are hearing about it. People are ordering it from this US and the UK. And so it's time we brought it out here.
Super popular over there, isn't it?
Super popular, and it's just easy casting and it's easy fishing. And the neat thing about triple density and quadruple densities is that when you have a line taper and you change density dramatically, you have a kick or a hinging point in the line. So if you can go from floating through a hover intermediate and get the densities that way, then you get more smooth transition in your casting, you get a better presentation of your fly in the water. And so we basically
and a better connection to the fish when he eats too.
Exactly, because you have this nice straight connection. So they're built on our low stretch core, the true in touch core, the low stretch 6% stretch core, which is cool. You can kind of see it here. See that little braid?
Oh yeah, look at that. Yep.
Like a snake skin. That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
So this is the FHI. FHI is floating, hover, intermediate. Hover sinks about 1 inch a second. Intermediate sinks about 2 inches a second. So you have this transition, and this swings a fly, an unweighted fly. It swings at about 2 to 4 foot down in that kind of depth range. So it's going to be a great line on the Deschutes. This will be my go-to summer fishing line on the Deschutes. The Hover IS3 one is a Hover intermediate sink 3, so a little bit deeper. This swings a fly 4 to 5, 6 down, something like that. And then the real fast sinking one, this is what I used in Alaska a couple of weeks ago for kings. This you're fishing 6 to 8 foot down. You're really deep. This is an intermediate back section. So you've got a sink 3 middle section and sink 5 tip. So you are down.
And I love those intermediate back sections. Those lines, they dig in and swing so nice and clean.
And you know, the reason the Europeans like this is because with the slower sinking back end, is you can get a line to swing all the way into the edge, and this doesn't snag up. You know, if this was all fast sinking, this snags before your fly's in the edge. So,
and how many fish do you catch on the hang down?
Well, well, you hook a lot.
Right.
Go, but you know, exactly. But you've got to get it the hang down, as you know, especially in winter steelheading.
Absolutely.
So that's a pretty cool line to say. It's been out a couple of years in Europe, but it's new for here in the US and Canadian market. And in a similar word, we have the single-handed Spey one. So the single-handed Spey line, I know you like this line.
I do. It's a great line.
Casting line.
And it's a great casting line for just regular overhead casting, too.
For overhead or roll. Absolutely. Or Spey. So we've had this line out a couple of years in the floating version, and me being the kind of passionate nut that fishes these little soft tackle spider things, I love swinging small flies in the surface film. I don't like them weighted because I like the way they flutter when they're unweighted. And if you swing wet flies that are unweighted on a floating line, they tend to skate in any strength of current, and it's not so good. So what we have is the same kind of technology on these Scandi heads in the single-handed Spey line, the FHI.
Beautiful.
So it's a floating, hover, intermediate. There's 10 foot of hover, there's 10 foot of intermediate. It swings flies on a tight line about 1.5 to 2 foot below the surface film.
Perfect,
Fabulous fishing line.
And more anglers are catching on to the single-handed Spey techniques. You know, it's getting more and more popular.
I read it all over the place.
And it's so effective.
Just
opens up a lot of water.
Everyone's got a bush behind them, right? It's not the prerogative of a salmon angler to have a bush.
That's right.
It could be a bass angler to have a bush. So Spey cast, for God's sake.
Absolutely.
So he'll do that well, and that, as I said, that's a cracking line if you're fishing the Missouri. What a brilliant soft tackle river that is. Or any river with a little bit of current or seams.
Beautiful. You're not going to give up your deadly secret pattern for us there,
I don't have them here, funnily enough. No, they're
Imagine that. Well, Simon, thanks for taking the time to walk us through it.
Always good seeing you, mate.
That's awesome.
Great show.
Get out and check out these lines. They're awesome. I can't wait to get out and fish this saltwater line. I'm really pumped about it. Thanks for tuning in to Gink and Gasoline. Stay tuned for more from IFTD 2017.